I'm Grant Vergatini, CEO of Essential. Today I'm introducing LegisPro by Essential, a line of modern rulemaking tools that are designed for legislatures, regulatory agencies, and other government rulemaking bodies. In this short demonstration, I'll focus on LegisPro Edit, the document editing and creation tool that is the centerpiece of the LegisPro line. I will give you a tour around this application, showing you the highlights of its many features. LegisPro Edit is a new web-based editor that takes advantage of recent advances in web architectures. It provides a cloud-based solution, even when that cloud is an internal government cloud. The heart of LegisPro Edit is a robust, general-purpose XML editor embedded directly within your browser. This base editor is configurable for both different types of documents and variations of the same type of document. In addition, the user interface is built in its own layer so that it can be customized for your own environment. Out of the box, LegisPro comes with support for two leading legislative standards, Accomontoso and USLM. Accomontoso is an emerging international standard that is also known as the legal DocML format that has been standardized by OASIS. USLM is the federal government XML format for the United States Code. These two models can be modified to support your documents, or you can create an entirely new model. Okay, let's take a quick tour around the user interface, starting in the upper left corner. Here we find the undo and redo buttons. LegisPro Edit supports unlimited undo and unlimited redo capability for all editing operations. Next to that, we see a breadcrumb display of the hierarchy of the document at the current cursor location. The breadcrumb is clickable to select the corresponding portion of the document. Notice that the breadcrumb uses user-sensible terms instead of XML jargon. Below this is the primary user interface ribbon, similar to the Microsoft Office ribbon. Most of the commands are in this ribbon. We'll go into more detail in the ribbon later. In the body of the window, there are two document panes. The left pane is the Resource Manager. The Resource Manager displays documents from your repository that you might need in your editing. The upper part of the Resource Manager shows a hierarchical or folder representation of your repository and the documents within it. You can navigate or search the hierarchy. The lower part of the Resource Manager shows you a preview of the document or provision within a document that you select. Because legislative documents can be very large, we felt that it was important to provide access to these lower level provisions, like a section of a bill or law. Finally, on the right side is the main editing pane. In addition to regular text editing capabilities, LegisPro Edit implements specialized features that are particularly useful in legislative and regulatory environments. These features include commands for numbering or creating headings, sublevels, references, dates, etc. Moving back to the ribbon, it is organized as tabs, much like Microsoft Word. The first tab is the Edit tab. On the Edit tab, we find basic editing commands like cut, copy, and paste, as well as alignment commands. Because the structure of a document is important in XML, we also provide explicit commands for adding, splitting, and merging paragraphs. The Track Changes area of the Edit ribbon controls the redlining of document edits, including accepting or rejecting of redline changes. This is a particularly challenging feature to implement in an XML editor. We had to implement many new techniques to accomplish this with both textual changes as well as with structural changes. To enable track changes, just click on the Track button. All edits after this will be shown as redline changes, as you can see here. Also, notice the blue mode indicator in the upper right of the application. The Structure button on the right allows you to toggle two different views of the document. The standard view is similar to the way the document would normally be published. Clicking on Structure gives you an enhanced view that shows the hierarchical structure of the document and adds additional information like the names of the levels of the hierarchy. The added lines and information are all shown in orange so that it is easily distinguished from the actual text in the document. Notice the orange mode indicator in the upper right of the application. The next tab is Find and Replace. Here we can search the document text. Common search options and replace options are available. The Attributes tab allows you to see and edit properties or attributes of the various provisions within the document. These correspond to XML attributes within the underlying XML document. For example, if we select this date here, we can see the date attributes. You can also see the attributes of the hierarchical levels above the current selection, like the section that this date is within. The Home tab is on the far left. The Home tab contains commands that apply to the entire document, such as creating a new document or saving the one you're working on. Notice that you can save a portion of a document, such as a section. When you do this, you can specify precisely where to save within an existing document, and the system will correctly stitch your new provision into that document. Also on the Home tab is the Validate command. This command provides a complete XML level validation of your document. The validation results are shown, along with a view of the underlying XML markup. If there are any errors, they will be shown at the corresponding location within the markup. The publish command provides a publication quality rendition of the document. A PDF file is generated using XSLFO technology that can be downloaded and printed. So back at the start, hopefully this quick tour gave you a good overview of LegisPro Edit. To understand the architecture of LegisPro a little better, here's a diagram of the components of the system. The architecture is a modern 3-tier web-based architecture. At the lowest tier, documents are stored in an XML repository such as the open source ExistDB database, or can be accessed from external data sources through HTTP, file systems, or even relational databases. The middle tier uses an application we call a resolver. The resolver is a plugin to the web server, and it intercepts and interprets references to legal provisions either specified as URLs or as human-readable citations. This resolver is highly configurable, relying on an XML-based rules language to specify how to interpret the references or citations. The middle tier is also where we provide basic services such as document validation and publishing. The top tier is LegisPro Edit, the web-based XML editing platform we've just explored. This application is a componentized application built using the latest technologies for HTML5, CSS3, such as the AngularJS application framework. If you would like to learn more about the LegisPro line, please check out our website at Exential.com/LegisPro or contact us at info@Exential.com. We're currently recruiting product testers for our Quick Starter beta program.